Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and today we have another live paper crafting class. I'm so excited to show you our new little mini trimmer and 6x6 paper sampler that you can get in a starter kit order. And so I thought I would do my live with the mini trimmer instead of the regular trimmer today. I hope you like this. Anyways, it is Tuesday, January 14th, 2020. So if you are on my Facebook page right now and you're watching during that time, I'm sorry, Central Time, then you are live with me. I'm going to click on comments to see who might be joining us right now. And let's just go ahead and talk about how this works. So if you are watching live or even afterwards, you can comment and you get entered into prize drawings. So I teach you a class, it's totally free. You comment, you get a chance for prizes. It's fun. It's just a very fun time of the week. And normally I broadcast on Wednesdays, but I have to apologize. Oh, there we go. We've got some people coming in now. Hi, Sue. Hi, Pauline. So normally I broadcast on Wednesdays, but I had to push it to Tuesday this week because we have some fun stuff coming up in my household, and I just didn't want to get too stressed out by having it a day later. So we're making everything happen earlier this week. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Patty. Hi, Levon. Awesome. Seeing some familiar names out there. So greetings from Holland, Alexandra. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Tell me if you've joined us before. Your last name does not look familiar, and I want to know how to pronounce it. Anyways, thank you, everyone. So let me just give you a little bit of reasoning again why I am broadcasting a day early. Disney. Those of you that follow my blog posts or follow my Facebook posts know that my son, my oldest son, I have two of them, my oldest son, who is in 8th grade this year, is going to Disney World with his jazz band. And we are leaving so very early in the morning on Friday. And so Thursday, we're going to bed super early, which means Thursday, I'm not going to have time for anything. That means that I needed a day in between broadcasting and getting my video put onto my blog. So I promise you that Thursday morning, this will, thank you, Pauline. I promise you that all of this will be put on my blog in just a couple days' time. So Thursday morning, you'll be able to visit my blog at Stamp Your Art Out. Oops, that's the wrong one. StampYourArtOut.com, and you'll be able to see the measurements, close-up photos of the projects that I share, and a recording of this video that will also be aired on YouTube. And yeah, it's going to be a fun time. So we're very excited. Right now, you are with me at Stamp Your Art Out with Rachel on Facebook. There. All right, so let's go to, I'm going to pull up the measurements because we have a couple fun cards. We're going to do a pair of cards. And the reason why I'm doing two of them is because of the cutting methods. So, hey Laura. So I'm going to go ahead and get us set up on the computer here. There we are. So these are the measurements. If you want to, you can do a screenshot now so that you can go ahead and create right away. You can even create along with me if you'd like to quickly gather up all these supplies. And I am going to do all the cutting in front of you because I want to show you how awesome this trimmer is. So I have 8.5 by 11 sheets of Granny Apple Green, Petal Pink, Lovely Lipstick, and Whisper White sitting in front of me. My assorted designer paper is, I'm going to feature that because that, along with the mini trimmer, you can see the two items have a little bit of red lettering after them. That's because these things are free with a starter kit order this month, next month, and in March. So very fun items that you'll want to get your hands on. If you are currently a demonstrator, you may have already pre-purchased these back in December. If you are not a demonstrator, this is an awesome reason to get the starter kit. And seriously, there's no obligation to sell. You can get the starter kit for the value of the starter kit. It's an awesome value, $99 plus tax, so the shipping's free. Will give you up to $125 worth of merchandise. You can't go over. And then you get to add on a free stamp set of your choice. You get the mini trimmer and you get the assorted 6x6 paper sampler. It's kind of a no-brainer. So I'm going to show you even more reasons why you want that mini trimmer today. All right, so let's go to the desktop. These are the publications that are new as of January 3rd. This is the spring catalog, otherwise known as the really long name, the January through June 2020 mini catalog. But I'm calling it the spring catalog. Inside here is a suite that is totally my favorite. It's called Peaceful Poppies Suite, and there's lots of different products that you can get if you order the suite all at once. You'll want to. And then on the next couple pages are stamp sets, dies, stamp sets, dies, and you can bundle them and save 10%. So if you get this stamp set and this set of dies, you save 10% when you buy them together. If you get this one and this one together, you save 10%. Hence the reason I had those listed in my supply list as saving 10%. This is the Sale-a-Bration publication, also started January 3rd. And inside here on the back pages, so just before that back cover, is the Join Now special. And you can see all the fun samplers of papers. The papers come from a variety of packs. One of them is from the actual Sale-a-Bration catalog, this one here. And then the rest are samples of papers that you can get in the mini catalog here. You get a stamp set of your choice, and then you also get the mini trimmer. So let's bring those products in. Even if you don't want the starter kit, you'll want to watch, because you can use the measurements that I gave you and recreate these cards with a regular trimmer and with the paper that is in the mini catalog. Okay, so these are the dies. And they come, well, they don't come in this. And they don't come on these magnet sheets either. In fact, these are from Stamp and Storage, a company that I love, love, love. But look at this. Is this awesome? So I store my little dies in there like that on a magnet sheet. And then I just have my information sheet here, Poppy Moments dies. And there they are. So we're going to be using a couple of them. We're going to use this one here, and we're going to use this one. So tiny little ones, but you can see all the pretty flowers and leaves that you can get with this. All right, and then we're also going to use this stamp set. Let me bring that in first. Peaceful Moments. This stamp set here is what you can bundle those dies with, and it's got a whole bunch of different sentiments in it, some words that would be perfect for a variety of different cards. So you'll definitely want to get this stamp set, if not the dies as well. Okay, now here's the mini trimmer. I did show this last week, but I'm going to show it again and use it in its fullest with all of the cardstock today. And then here is half of the pack of designer paper that you can get with the starter kit as well. So you can see all the different patterns. And here's the flip side. Again, you get twice as many of these, but I'm starting to cut into a lot of them, so I didn't want little pieces falling out when I just did that. So I'm showing you half. All right, and then I wanted to show you this. This is an idea that I got from Kylie Bertucci. Smart gal, oh my gosh, demonstrator in Australia. So she just took and pre-cut a bunch of little rectangles that layer onto the front of a card. So let's say this is the front of our card. You can see all of these layers are just a 1/4 of an inch in difference. No, they're an 1/8 of an inch. Sorry, they're an 1/8 of an inch difference all the way down. So each one of these just goes smaller and smaller. You can make one of these yourself, but just so you know, that's where I got the idea from. Thank you so much, Kylie. And if you did want to make them yourself, you just take and you fold I'm going to do it with the big trimmer, because you can set up the templates beforehand with your big trimmer, which is quicker and it doesn't waste as much paper, right? So you can set up the templates before. So if your cardstock is normally 8.5 inches wide, you want to trim then to cut it in half. You'd cut it at 4 1/4, right? But we're going to do 4 1/8 for our first layer. And half of 11 is 5.5, but we're going to bring that in an 1/8 inch, so that would be 5 3/8. And now you have the first layer that you would need. See these two sizes here. Oops. There we go. These two sizes here are exactly the same size. Okay? So that's how you would make your templates. Super, super easy. And just keep cutting 1/8 of an inch down. Okay? So the next one would be 4 by 5 1/4. The next one would be 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And you just keep making smaller and smaller pieces. So once you have your templates done, then you have your mini trimmer sitting on your desk, your craft desk, and you just have your templates sitting there with it, so that when you want to make a quick card and you don't want to grab your big trimmer, you just have a little space to craft in, you're bringing it with you when you travel, then this is the perfect thing ready to go. Yes, so Kylie, and yes, she does sell the templates, I believe, and she sells them in A4 and A2 sizes, right? I think so. So if you don't want to figure that out yourself, all right, not to take away from Kylie's thing, but I just love her idea and I think it's genius. So let's go ahead and first of all share some cards that I did using this trimmer. So I actually cut this card base and this layer out of Poppy Parade with this trimmer. I cut these two pieces as well, and then I used scraps to make this card. And this is the designer paper from that pack. This is a stamp set, or a stamp image from this set here, the Always Remember. And then on the inside, we have the With Deepest Sympathy image, also from this set. These dies are from that set, and then I used the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. So super easy, quick card to make. Here's another one that I did, and this one is even simpler, using our heart punch pack. So these 2 hearts that you can get in the mini catalog, and they layer onto each other. So I used the thank you from that set. I used the little inside that says you shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did it. All of these sentiments are from this set, and there I just did, again, cutting with the paper trimmer. The embellishments on these come from, and let me show you again here. These embellishments come from some rhinestone packs that we have that are colored. They're pre-colored, so you don't have to get out a blends marker and color them yourself. So, and this one's still available. It's the holiday set of rhinestones, and then these are the Noble Peacock rhinestones, and they have just a different variety of colors on them. But you can color them yourself. You can take our clear rhinestones and you can color on them with blends markers. So this would be a blends marker here, and you can just color directly on them. I'm going to show you how to do that with our pearls and with our heart epoxy droplets. Okay? All right, so next I'm going to show you this card. This card I did not do. This card is done by a teammate, Cheryl Lee, and she, it's kind of a fun fold. Look at this. See, she's got a little cut into it. It just makes it kind of fun to look at when you open it up. From here it looks like it's just a layer, but then you open it and ta-da! So we're going to do that same type of pattern with our cardstock. And isn't that pretty? She used the new birthday set that's in the Sale-a-Bration brochure, and she embossed on it. She even textured, thank you Cheryl, by the way, this is a swap card that she did. She even textured, there you go, you can see it now. She textured the gold foil paper with the Subtles embossing folder. So pretty, right? Okay, and so I took that same idea, and this isn't the card that I'm going to demonstrate today, but look at that little sunshine. Okay, so this I did using the mini trimmer. This was like a practice card I did. I embossed this whole piece with another new embossing folder that we have that's in the Sale-a-Bration catalog. And what is that one called? So I'll show you the birthday one and the embossing folder. The birthday one is right here. And by the way, the birthday one is going to coordinate with the February paper pumpkin kit, so you'll want to grab that one up soon so that you're ready. And then the embossing folder comes from the Power of Hope bundle. So it's this one right here. Okay, back to this card. So here I used some of this paper, which is also free in the Sale-a-Bration. Hang on, let me show you that too. Oh my gosh, there's so many cool things that you'll want to get. So that paper is right here. It's called Lily Impressions. Gorgeous. Okay, a 3x3 little piece there. And the sunshine comes from the dies. This die here creates that. So Vicki Spicer and I, my assistant slash, she's a friend, she's a demonstrator in my group. She was here hanging out with me one day and we were making some of the poppy flowers. And she was die cutting a bunch of these for me and she said, look at that. And I said, oh yeah. She goes, it looks like a sunshine. I said, it does. So I had her die cut this little yellow one for me and it's been sitting there for about a week and I finally worked on it. Yes, you can emboss the foil and have the same look, the same adherence. Yes, it will work. Is that what you're asking, Shannon? I'm not sure if if I'm answering your question correctly, but yes, you can emboss the foil. So, all right, and then I used the sentiment from the same stamp set. Lots of ideas. So let's keep the trimmer out. Let's bring our paper in. We're going to need these dies. I don't want to lose them. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take our paper and we're going to fold it in half. Hopefully you can see everything. This is Granny Apple Green, by the way. There we go. We're going to fold it in half. I'm going to grab my bone folder because folding it in half with a bone folder is going to work a lot better than just doing it with my fingers and hands, right? So you can give it a crease, but then you want to make it crisp. And we're going to go like this. Barb, I don't know if I want to repeat what you just asked, but that's a funny question. She wants to know if I can pause for her bathroom break. All right, so now we're going to slip this in like that. Thanks for the giggle. So this trimmer, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see, this trimmer, you can see the last number is 4, but when you come right to this edge here where you can feel the flatness start to curve, that is 4 1/4. So you just bring your cardstock, your 8.5 wide cardstock right up to that edge, and you make sure it's flush, and you're pressing down onto this little piece here for stability, and then you slice, and you've got your 2 card bases ready to go. Okay, now with this, we're going to trim in. We're just going to use one of them for now. We're going to trim to 3 inches. So we're going to trim 3 inches off. And this layer is the same as this layer here. So it's 3 by 4 1/4. So that's going to work on the inside of our card. It's going to be a perfect layer, all right? So we're going to set that aside. This we can save for another card. Now, we don't want to do green on green, do we? Or Granny Apple Green on Granny Apple Green. You could, but we're not going to do that. Granny Apple Green, sorry, Anne. All right, so next I'm going to cut another color that would work really well on the inside of a card, and this one is Petal Pink. So we're going to fold that in half the same way. When I was a teacher, we called folding our paper in half this way hamburger style. I don't know if any of you can relate or if you've heard that before. This way is hot dog style. So it looks like a hot dog bun. All right, this is hamburger style. So we're just emphasize those creases. We're going to come back in. We're going to trim it at 4 1/4 inches. Like that, making sure everything's lined up. Hold on to this and press. Set one aside, take one of them, lift the arm back up, and we're going to trim that at 3 inches. Okay, now we can do this. Watch. There we go. We have the insides of our cards. This green looks a lot brighter on camera. I don't know about you guys, but it's looking pretty bright. It's Granny Apple Green. Okay, now we want to take and cut our 12 by 12 paper. The 6 by 6 paper. The 6 by 6 paper fits in here super well. So it can cut down to the 6-inch size. So we will put this in here and we're going to cut it at 3 inches. I've already done that. I don't need to demonstrate that for you, and I want to hang on to that 6 by 6 piece for something else. So I'm going to take this one now. I'm going to cut it at 3 inches, and now I have a piece for each of my 2 cards. And this one here, the lovely lipstick color, we're going to cut, and I just want to make sure I do this right. we're going to fold it in half like I did before. And I think I'm doing this right. Let me look here. Yes, we are doing it right. Okay, so now we're going to fold it in half this way. Cut it with the trimmer again. And holding it steady, slice it. Now we're going to come in and we're going to use one of our templates that we made. So I'm going to use this one here, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I'm going to lay that onto my paper like this. Now cutting two at the same time, you saw it does work, so we're going to attempt that, okay? So you're just going to lift up, you're going to position, and you pull this away, and now it's on the floor. Hold this down and slice. And then these two we can cut separately, and we did say that was, hang on, 3 1/4. All right, so each of these will be cut at 3 1/4. Is this awesome, you guys? Who said that? Edna. Hi, Edna. Yes, I planned that today. She mentioned that my shirt matches. Yes. I actually have both the petal pink and the granny apple green on today. All right, so this piece can be used for a card elsewhere. We have 3 card bases for next time, don't we? And then this one, same thing. We're going to fold it in half. This time, when we cut it though, we're going to cut it so that we don't have to do a template, which is awesome because you'll see in just a minute here. Okay, position, fold, and slice. So this piece here is already the size we want it. And the size we want this one is the same that we had the inside piece. So 3 by 4 1/4. So this is already 4 1/4 here. So we just have to insert the open end like that. And we can cut to 3 inches. And now we have all our layers. We need to do some die cutting now. So there's our layers. And there they are, separated into our 2 cards. Our die cutting is next. So we're going to grab one of our scraps, one of our strips, and we're going to grab our dies. And watch this, you guys. I have a new camera. I don't know if anything looks a little clearer, but I'm trying it out. I'm seeing if my new iPhone works better. But we're going to switch to a different camera right now. We're going to switch to this one. Let's see if this works. Okay. This is kind of fun. All right. So I will not be facing you though. That's the problem. I'm going to be turning this way. So if anybody's a lip reader, you're going to have to read the side of my head. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. We're switching to another camera. I have another camera. It's my old phone. All right. We're going to take this and we're going to set it up onto the Big Shot. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my room is just becoming this big production room. All right, let me adjust that. Hang on. Okay, so we're going to cut those 2. And you know why I put it over here? I put it over here because my ledge is not going to shake even if my camera does. We didn't want my my camera to shake with the Big Shot. It always tends to shake. Okay, so I'm just poking through those little holes on the back side of the die to help release it. And we're going to die cut that one more time. Can you see that guy? Isn't he cute? We'll do that one more time. So we'll slide our templates back in here. By the way, those of you that are newer to crafting with Stampin' Up!, this is the die cutting machine we used to carry. We no longer do. We're kind of in a phase of limbo. But the news is that the new die cutter / embossing machine will become available in June with the new annual catalog. So, all right, let's go back to the table. All right, so we're going to take our pieces that we just cut and make sure that they're popped out of our dies. By the way, my dad is doing better and better every day. the kind of surgery that he had to get his vertebrae fused with titanium. That sounds really cool, doesn't it? I mean, if you're going to get your vertebrae fused, you might as well get them fused with titanium. So he's got some adjustments that were made because he had some discs that were getting pinched, and now he has here, I'm going to set up my table here a little bit. There we go. And now he has this fixed. They had to go in through the neck, which is why there was swelling in that area during Thanksgiving time. But he came home from the hospital the day after, which was Thanksgiving Day, and he ate pretty well. We had some softer foods for him, and he's healing really well. But those of you that watch and you've been keeping up with my dad and hearing about his news, he's the one that basically put together my craft room for me. I made the plans, and he carried them out, and so I love my craft room. He's a god. And now he's a titanium god. But the drawer that broke, he's gonna get to it. He just can't yet. So just so that you know, my dad is doing better, and I'm not gonna push him. He's also gonna fix my stand that holds my cameras because it's broken. I know, right? Dad, get better soon. All right, so here we go. We've got our pieces. These two are going to go to this one. This one's going to go to this one. Let's start with that card. I'm going to pull in my supplies. Hang on. All right, so we're going to start with the card that has these little guys on them because we just showed the sunshine card. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on our 3 by 4 1/4 inch piece of petal pink. Did you see that when I went up and down on my ink pad, the table moved? He's gonna fix that. He is gonna fix that. Let's stamp this one too. Might as well while we're doing this here. So I bought a new stand, and we're gonna hang the old one. He's gonna weld it where it broke, and he's gonna hang the old one from my ceiling, so that it comes down and it's not attached to my table. And then I'll have less shadows too. It's going to be awesome because right now I have all these shadows on my face. Okay, so we can add this to the inside of the card. In fact, that would be the next step you'll want to do, because you want to make sure that this piece, especially if it's the same size as this one, which sometimes people do that, but you'll want to make sure that this one will cover this one. So you have to insert the inside piece first. I think that's what Cheryl did on hers. Yes, they are the same size. So I think so. Oh gosh, maybe just a little bit tinier. But if they're exactly the same size, you want this one in first, and then you can line that one up afterwards. So now we've got that done. The next step is to take and decorate this piece up. So we will grab our white. Sorry, I'm looking at my cheating cards over here. I can't show them to you yet. All right, so this piece is going to go onto the lipstick, lovely lipstick piece. This is our 3 by 4 1/4 inch Whisper White onto our 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inch piece of lovely lipstick. This piece will go on the top, and you can adjust your flowers however they look great, the best or whatever. I think I like them that way. So that'll go on the top, and it'll line up inside, just right alongside the edges of the white. Okay? All right, so now we're going to take one of our heart epoxy droplets. You know what? A lot of you are giving me ideas of how to keep my tripod or my camera stand, it's an Archon stand, from shaking. And I tell you, if you've been following me, I've tried my camera in different locations in the room, and it only works here. It's crazy. So yeah. So we're gonna attach it to the ceiling. I'm glad you like the colors. Thanks, Carla. I chose them based on the paper. So those are the colors that are in the paper. So now I'm going to color one of these little hearts. And it would help if my reading glasses were on my nose better. There we go. So we're just going to color this heart with one of our blends. And this is the Granny Apple Green Dark Blends marker. And we're going to take and color a couple of these guys here. Okay. So we're going to use the bullet end now, and we're using the basic black dark blends. And because I'm going to get close to the camera, or close to my area, I'm just going to color kind of on the, hang on a minute, grabbing my glasses. I'm coloring close to the one side, the right side of my pearls. So they're kind of off to one side, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm making eyeballs. I hope they worked. Okay, I'll bring you back in. Sorry, I was out of view. I was down here. Okay, now that we have those things colored, we can add our, let's add our ribbon next, because that'll kind of show us where our middle is. So we need 12 inches of ribbon, and that's about that much. I'm eyeballing it. And we're going to tie that. This is our black glittered organdy ribbon. We're going to tie that around this whole layer, and that is going to go right where the paper and the white meet up, okay? Oh, I'm glad you're liking this card, Eileen. Thank you so much. Now we just bring those two little ends, or the tails of the ribbon, up. You kind of have some wiggle room when you first tie a ribbon, and so you want to take advantage of that. Don't cinch it tight and then try to adjust the ends of your ribbon. You have to adjust them as you're tying. And now we can take and kind of curve our layer here and adjust to make sure that visually that is coming in the center of our card, okay? All right, now we're going to add that to the front here, and you'll notice that we only have so much room to tape before we need to, before it would get exposed down here. So just keep that in mind as you're adding adhesive to the back side, that you don't want to go too far down. So this will go on here like that, and then you can check it. We're good. Okay, and then we're going to add these guys, and we want them to, so these are going to be love bugs. We want them to be looking at each other. That's the reason I had my dark spots on my pearls going off to one side. So these guys are going to go right next to each other as if they are holding hands. And we want them to be kind of centered here, which is why the knot is helping me to see. All right, so there, they're holding hands like that. And we're going to grab our heart that we colored with green just because we wanted it to show up better, and there was just too much pink on there, so I did a green heart. That's going to go right between them. Oopsie. I got to stick this one down. There we go. Now they're stuck down. So I put these two on with glue dots, and let's zoom in here. I put those two on with glue dots, and this just sticks on by itself. And now we can take the eyeballs, and again, remember they were right, kind of off to the right. So this one here will go here, and here, oops, there we go. And then this one, see it's off to the right, we just flip the card over. It's so much easier, and now it's looking the other direction. I hope you liked that tip, because I was having trouble coloring to one side. Oh, if we could only pick it up correctly though. The take your pick tool, I know, I bet, I'm not even reading comments, but I bet a lot of you guys are telling me, get the take your pick tool. Okay, and my reading glasses. All right, so there's our card. I'll zoom out, but I'll hold it up a little higher. There's one of our cards. So we have two little love bugs looking at each other, and we have the thinking of you with all my heart. And then the next card is even quicker. So this one here, same thing, grab our snail. This one we'll use just a little bit more ribbon because we're going to tie it in a different spot. So I've added 16 inches instead of, what did I say, 14? Oh, did I say 14? No, 14 inches, that's what it is. So I'm going to take my 12 and I'm going to add a couple. There we go, there's 14 inches. I could just bring my ruler out, it's right here. But I'm going to see how good I am at figuring out 12 inches just by looks. All right, let's layer these together also. So let's add some adhesive here. Oh, I got some paper on there from something. And that goes just like we did before. The steps are the same. But this time, my designer paper layer is going to go lower. So it's going to sit down here. And we're going to put this on first. So we're going to take our snail adhesive and we're going to add that to the top and bring this onto the front of our card centered with even spaces all the way around. Then we'll grab our, I hope, 14 inches of ribbon. Oh, look at that. I did good. I like to do that. I like to see if I can figure out measurements without rulers often. I mean, I'll do that in the store. My kids will say to me, well, how big is this? And I'll try to measure it. And then I bring out my tape measure in my purse. And yeah, sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm wrong. All right, so we have our ribbon on there. But again, we're going to open it. And we're going to curve. And we're going to pull and place it where we want it. Actually, I think I want to not center it. I want to put it off to one side. So we'll put it like right there. And then we'll trim. If anything, even if you guys don't like these cards, I hope you're gaining some tips. And remember, if you don't want the starter kit, which why wouldn't you, to get that cute mini trimmer? But if you don't want it, you can still make these with the regular trimmer and what is it called? It's called All Dressed Up designer paper. Okay, so the next one, glue dot. And you can put another one on this side. And this one we're going to have to fold over because the glue dots are kind of showing. So we're going to fold them over. And this becomes a heart. And then we take our pearls. Oh, here's some pearls. And I've already colored one. We take our pearls. And I think I'm going to do a couple sizes in here. So we're going to color in this one, which is the medium size pearl. And we'll color in this one. And you want to get on all sides. And then we'll just add them to the front as fun little accents. Did I say take your pick tool? I did. So if you want to, there's a spatula end on this tool. You screw it off, you go like this, and then you can pick up things and place them with your spatula. I'm not as good at the spatula. I think that's why I decided I wasn't going to do it. But yes, there's a spatula, and it helps. A lot of people love this. I don't know. I'm somebody who likes my paper snips for my tiny embellishments. But there's that. See? We did it, you guys. We did 2 cards with that little mini trimmer. Ta-da! And my table is kind of off kilter. I feel like I'm stamping way over on the left side. Anyway, we'll figure out the cameras sooner or later. Thank you for dealing with my camera issues. Okay, so those are the cards. And the inside says the same thing. But they're both simple, cute little Valentines that you can make using those products. All right, I'm going to set up my computer because we're not done yet. We want to draw some winners. So I'm going to, let's get the prizes out, okay? So I'm going to grab the prizes that you can win from this broadcast. So if you have been commenting, then you get entered into the prize drawing. Now remember, I was sharing with you the awesome Stampin' Storage products, this little pocket here, the magnet sheet. I don't have those, but I do have 3 packs of products, the same product from them. It's called a 6x6 paper sleeve. And so these papers can store in here, and it's really awesome. I'm just going to open up this person's. Whoever wins this one, I opened it, okay? But I'll put it back. So you're just going to take this and see, it's like a little file holder for 6x6 paper, and you can put your scraps in there. So you can store this with your stack of, full papers, and then store all your little scraps that you don't want to lose inside here. Isn't that awesome? I love it. So that one goes with this packet. Anyways, that's part of the prize. So you can win this along with your choice, if you're the first winner, of either the peacock rhinestones or the holiday rhinestones. So, haha. So there you go. So all three winners will get a 6x6 paper sleeve packet from me that you can get through Stampin' Storage. By the way, if you do want to purchase any Stampin' Storage products and you don't already have a demonstrator that you know of that loves this stuff and has a little link on their blog, I would love it if you would go through my link, because I'm an affiliate and I get a little kickback. So I appreciate it. So if you get any of their products, please use the link on my blog. I'll add it in the description of this video too. And then these items you can get in the Stampin' Up! Online store. And you can find that link at stampyourartout.com and just click on shop. I've got the shop button everywhere on my blog. So, all right, let's move to the computer. Here we go. Oops, let's get that off there. You guys don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, there. We did it. We're on the computer now and we're looking at I'm going to turn up the brightness here. It's a little, there we go. We're going to click on videos and it's going to refresh that page, obviously. You can see here is our live one going on right now. We're going to scroll. Oops, scroll. There we go. And we're going to click on the last week's video first. So if you recall, we were having some issues with drawing prizes last week. And we ended up drawing 2 winners from the Facebook Live at that time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab some other prize from my bucket. And I didn't do this yet, but I found out just before I went live that this will work again. Our comment picker is working. So I got rid of 2 prizes. So we actually are drawing 4 prizes from that kerchief broadcast. We're going to draw a YouTube winner and we're going to draw 1 more winner from today because we drew 2 last week. And so I don't have 4 of those Ladybug stamp sets. Remember the Ladybug stamp set? That was the prize last week. I don't have 4 of these, but I have something. And so the first person to get in touch with me can have the choice between this Ladybug set and something else that I will give them the choice of, okay? Comparable, something comparable. So if the YouTube winner gets a hold of me first, then you get to pick first, if you know what I mean. Here we go. We got the link. Let's put it in our random comment picker. It's right here. And let's see how many commenters we had since last week. Awesome prize, right? A lot of you liked that, the Ladybug set. By the way, you can't get that Ladybug set unless you're the prize winner, or unless you were a demonstrator that pre-purchased it, or if you are placing either a large $300 plus order or you're having a party that's $300 or more. We have 226 commenters from last week, you guys. Let's click the start button. I love it. Pick me, pick me. Thanks, Patty. That's fun. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's Lori. Oh my gosh. I want to try to say your name. Being a former teacher, I love these challenges. Padraski? I hope I said it right. Anyways, you are my Facebook Live winner. Actually, not Facebook Live, Facebook recorded winner from that video. Let's grab the link from the kerchief recording on YouTube and put that into comment picker. And we're going to see how many people we have to choose from for that. I love it. You guys are still happy for her, even though you're not her. I hope you're with us still, Lori. Okay, we had 118 commenters already from the kerchief YouTube. Let's click start and see who the winner is from that. And you'll want to message me. If you're a winner, Trudy Hudson, you'll want to message me because I have a hard time reaching you, especially if you're on Facebook. For some reason, it's harder to reach you guys on Facebook. I know, crazy, right? Let's go to, oops, we have some messages coming up. Let's go to our videos. Again, let's do a refresh on this page. And now we're drawing for this week's winner. So let's go to our videos. Who's going to be the winner for this week? And again, it's a Stampin' Storage 6x6 paper holder. Let's grab the link and your choice of the rhinestones and go into comment picker. Here we go. Oops. I have to actually paste it. Hang on. There we go. The winner Yay! Out of 116 of you live with me right now commenting is, who's it gonna be? Who gets the first prize? And again, you get to pick from the peacock or the holiday. Angela Zaba, you are the winner. Woohoo! Now I have to tell you, if you are located in a country other than the US, and I don't notice that yet, but if you are, I can send you a stamped card. I can send you one of the card samples from today. I just can't send you product. So please note that if I pick you as a winner, that you're still a winner, but I can't send you something that the products that we can purchase here. So, okay, all right, yay. So let's celebrate those winners. And I do want to remind you again that Sale-a-Bration lasts from now until the end of March. Every $50 you purchase will get you a pick from that Sale-a-Bration catalog. It could be that lily paper. It could be that, what else did we show? Gosh. It could be the birthday set that coordinates with next month's paper pumpkin. It could be, you know, if you're spending $100 or more, there's also $100 type choices too, like that embossing folder that combines with the Power of Hope stamp set. So, I mean, there's a ton of choices in this brochure. Also, if you're having a $300 or more party or purchase, you get the Ladybug set for free. That's this. And if you're choosing to get the starter kit, which seriously is an awesome deal, I don't know why everybody doesn't do it. It's $99, no shipping, $99 plus tax, up to $125 in merchandise of your choice, an additional free stamp set because that's the bonus during Sale-a-Bration, the mini cutter because that's the bonus during Sale-a-Bration, and the sampler 6x6 paper. So it's a no-brainer. You don't have to sell. You can be just like 95% of all the demonstrators and just do this for the discount. And you do it until you're done. If you don't want to keep purchasing at a discount, you can eventually just stop. So it's really a no-brainer. Okay. There. I'm done. And on that note, we are ending this broadcast. It's next week I'm going to broadcast on Wednesday. I'll go back to Wednesday, and that's going to be January 22nd. And I can't think if there was anything else I needed to share with you guys. But again, if you wanted to come back to my blog and see these items shared, I'm going to do it within 2 days' time because we're off to Disney World this weekend. I hope you all have a great time. Thank you, Claudette. Thanks, everyone, for joining. And I love you. I miss you already because I'm saying goodbye. We'll see you next week. Stamp your art out. Bye-bye.